Good morning students of class 5. How are you? Hope you all are doing well. Students, this is your English text class. Get ready with your English textbook, Marigold book. Okay. Open page number 58. Today we will revise the chapter, the poem unit 4. Okay. The poem Crying. Already we have completed the poem. Today we will revise. So here we will revise the poem Crying. It is written by Galway Kinnell. Okay. So here the poet here tells us about crying. The poet is saying that crying a lot is not a bad thing. Don't be ashamed to cry. Here the poem, this poem, it revolves around crying and finding happiness, isn't it? It tells us when we cry only a little bit, that will not help us at all. So let's start the poem. Crying only a little bit is no use. You must cry until your pillow is soaked. So here the poet says, when we cry a little bit, that is of no use. Okay, that will not help us at all. The poet tells we should cry until our pillow is soaked. Okay, our pillow is soaked in our tears. So then you can jump in the shower and splash, splash, splash. That means after crying a lot, you will feel light. Okay, you will feel happiness. You know, because after crying a lot we feel light. Why? Because at that time our heart becomes light, because we already our emotion, our tears already drained out. Okay, so then we feel light. Now then you can throw open your window and ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. That means after crying a lot, you can jump in the shower, you can take a shower, you can throw open your window and you can laugh. You can laugh, ha 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 ha. That means you will feel happy. Okay. And if people say, hey, what's going on up there? If people ask about your sudden change of behavior, okay, what's going on up there? Ha ha, sing back. Happiness was hiding in the last tear. Then if someone asks about your recent behavior, if someone observes you before a few minutes you were crying a lot, and after crying a lot you just jump into the shower and you are throwing open your window, you are laughing. Okay, so if somebody asks you what is the reason behind your behavior, you just reply that happiness was hiding in the last years. That means after crying a lot, now I feel happy. Okay, now my sorrow is over. Okay, now I don't have any burden in my heart, so I am feeling light. So just love and reply that happiness was hiding in the last year. Okay, in the last year I wept it. Haha. So here the poet is saying, don't be ashamed of crying. Okay, it releases the burden from our heart. After crying, you can open your window and laugh. If people ask you something, you should sing back. You should reply that happiness was hiding in your last tear, and you had wept that. Okay, so now we are free from all kinds of mental and all kinds of anxiety, all kind of mental burden. Okay, so now you are free, so you can love, you can take shower, you can feel light, you can feel happy. So don't be ashamed of crying. If someone say, hey, don't cry, crying it will make you weak, it does not matter. You know, after crying we feel like better. Okay, so This is the summary of the poem. Here the poet tells us we should cry a lot until our pillow is soaked until our pillow is soaked, isn't it? So don't be ashamed. Crying is not a bad thing. Understood, students? Okay. So read this poem again and again. Okay. And learn every spelling. That is the most important thing. You should understood every meaning, every line of the poem. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you so much, students.